Hello, lovelies. It's Thursday. Anyone out there? Are you ready? Today is Thursday. Thursday. Thirsty Thursday. Now, I know Thursday usually means that we're going to go to a bar and have a margarita, but not today. I'm on a fast. As a matter of fact, I have created a little fasting group on a free app called Life, and it's a fasting group called the Hot Milk Queens. So if you are an experienced faster and you want to jump on this, we're doing some pretty fun stuff over there. Today I have plain water. You know why I have plain water? I am on a fast, but usually it's this. Hot milk mix to the rescue. Hi Donna. Hi Emily. Hi Vanessa. Good to see everybody. I love it when you guys all come storming the gates and start coming in. I got some good stuff today. I want to talk about what you're really hungry for, folks, because sometimes we eat when it's not even something we want to do, right? We eat out of habit. We eat out of emotional need. We binge eat. We do all kinds of stuff. And as a matter of fact, if you are part of the Hot Milk Club, and the Hot Milk Club meets every Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern, and we have a class, and we're talking about binge eating today. And I have a lot to say about that because I know all about it. I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt several times. Okay? So, this is how it works. It's really helpful when you talk to people who've been in your shoes. Am I right? Been in your shoes. Are you sharing this video, by the way? I love it when you share these things. Sharing is caring. This is how we bring people into our tribe. This is how we help others. And this is how we can be of service, by the way. This is how we can be of service because on February 3rd, our big fat sprint is coming. 7 days of an anti-inflammatory diet and a tribal march right through inflammation and getting rid of muffin tops and feeling better and having joints not ache and hurt. Yeah, it happens. It happens. We do this every month. And next month, it is February 3rd, Monday, February 3rd. So go get your sprint. It's savingdinner.com/sprint. It's free. And we bring people in. We teach you exactly what it is. And the amount of support and love and care and encouragement is just unparalleled. Listen, I've been doing Facebook groups for years, ever since they've had them. I've never seen the quality of a group like I have in the Sprint group right here on Facebook. Am I right, ladies? It's incredible. So we're in the midst, if you're part of Take Back Your Life, we're in the midst of 21-day knockout. That is a blast. We're having fun with that as well. It's fun to have options in front of you, but it's also fun to keep yourself in the correct lane, right? So there's ways of doing everything, especially if you're an intermittent faster, especially if you have ideas like, yeah, this will work for me, yeah, this won't. You have to always constantly be going back to yourself, listening to yourself, and understanding that the best expert isn't me, it's you. You are your own nutritional guru. You are. It's inside of you. It's part of your beautiful self. We talk about this. And the reason why I keep putting the power back on you is because if you keep giving your power away, you'll have nothing left for yourself. When you start to see that the power is within you for real, that's how God made you, then you're going to start to see a whole brand new you. What a fun thing that is, isn't it? How do you like that? For me, that was one of the most empowering things I ever discovered. When I realized I didn't have to be on the Carousel of Crazy. I didn't have to be jump from nutritional guru to nutritional guru, diet expert to this one, to that one, to book and programs. How much money have you spent on dieting? How much? I want somebody to throw down a number on how much you think. Just guess within the last few years. How much money do you think you've spent on that? How much money have you spent on garbage, cardboard, fake diet food? Whether you bought it at the supermarket or joined some expensive program with a celebrity telling you how great it is. How much money have you spent on that stuff? And here we are with a free program that has liberated thousands of women, liberated them from the Carousel of Crazy. The Carousel of Crazy. I mean, are you there? Do you know what that is? Have you been on it? Up and down and up and down and up and down, round and around, going nowhere? Huh? I know you have. We all have. We experience this. It's a lifestyle. Denise said she spent well over $5,000. Diane said, I'm too embarrassed to say. We've spent a fortune on crazy, haven't we? What have we done? How many times have you lost weight and gained it, lost weight and gained it, lost weight and gained it? And when you got yourself to the place of saying, it's not worth it, and you quit on yourself, you quit, you stop believing, you get cynical, you get disappointed, like Vanessa said, you get hurt, and it's like a cruel game, isn't it? A cruel game. And that's what dieting is. It's deprivation, it's cruelty, it's not listening to your inner self. Listen, we all have to give certain things up, right? Sugar's never going to be your friend. I mean, is there anyone here who is friendly with sugar, who can handle sugar, and sugar doesn't destroy them? We have to know who our enemies are and who our friends are. We have to be in the place of understanding that what is driving us inside is this notion that we're hungry. I'm hungry right now. I am right now because I'm on an extended fast. But you know, I'm not going to die. And I'm not going to start and go back to my old behavior of binge eating. I'm not going to go back to eating something sugary. I'm not going to go back to doing all these things because I've talked to myself enough to know it doesn't work. I've taken the time, and you can take the time too. It's not just for me, it's for everyone. You can take the time to be in the frontal cortex of your mind and be writing down all the things that have happened to you because of the enemy. The enemy is sugar. Sugar doesn't love you. Catherine just said it. Sugar hates me. Sugar hates me too. Sugar hates all of us. And sugar is parading around like a masked demon ready to take you down at any moment. There are things that we can be friendly with, and there are things that we just have to say no to, because every time we say yes, they bring out a dagger and they stab us in the back. Am I right? Anybody notice that? Do you think that just this one time it's going to work out for you this time? Do you? Huh? Just this once? And that last supper mentality of, well, I'm just going to, have this big meal, and then tomorrow or on Monday, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. We have to change our mind about a lot of things. And we also have to dig deep. And we have to look at, what are we really hungry for here anyway? Is food going to fill that hole that's in my heart? Is it? That's a little bit, I'm kind of sneaking a little stuff in here on what we're going to be talking about in the Hot Milk Club today. Because binge eating is something that I have done. Binging and purging, well, I haven't purged. I haven't been in the purge department. I tried that once because I had a girlfriend who said, yeah, just throw it all up. And I thought that was one of the most miserable experiences. And thank God. Thank God. Wow. Candy said she's lost over 200 pounds in the last few years. Way to go, Candy. Yeah, weight problems can be medical. Take a look at the medications they put you on. Have you read what they're about? Have you read what all the contraindications are and what all the side effects are? A lot of times they'll put you on you'll come say to your doctor, well, I just don't feel well. I'm just this, that, and the other thing. Oh, I'm going to write you off. You're a woman, right? You're depressed. Here's a prescription for an antidepressant. Gain 20 pounds. Now, how are you feeling? Huh? You don't feel anything, but you're more depressed, aren't you? That's an antidepressant for you. Did you know that going in? Did they tell you that? No. That's why we have to be our own advocates. We have to take this stuff seriously. Take it seriously. I'm telling you that nobody is there to hold your hand and to make it better for you. They're not. They're not going to say, oh, you know what, it's going to be okay, and this is what happens, and okay, read this, I'll read it with you. I'm going to hold your hand, and we're going to get through this together. No, it's in and out burger, man. It's medical fast lane. It is like the drive-through. And get you in, get you out. Here, have another prescription. Is that care and love? Is it? Is it helping you to be your very best self? Or is it just over medicating you so that you're not going to be complaining and just get you to the next one? They got a lot of people out in that waiting room. Are they taking good care of you? It starts with you taking good care of you. It starts with you knowing where the power lies, and the power lies within. We've talked about being powerful or being pitiful, but there's also this powerlessness that a lot of us put this mantle of powerlessness on. Oh, I just don't know what to do. I just need to listen to this guru. I need to listen to that diet expert. I need to listen to my doctor as they put me on yet another medication. Really? Is that where you want to be? Is that where you want to be, in the place of powerlessness? Or do you want to take back your power? Do you want to say no to pitifulness? Do you want to say yes to yourself and start having the life that you want to lead? Is that where you are? If you are, you're in the right place. Because when you start to discover who you really are and that the power is within you and it is put there by God Himself, you're going to understand that life can look completely different. You have the power to write out the prescription for your own life. Wow. I hope that shakes you to your core. I hope when you hear this that it's not saying, yeah, but you're saying yes to yourself. You have that kind of power. You have the ability. You have the tools at your hand. You have the people in your community, and you have everything that you need in order to live the kind of life that you want. Pitiful doesn't need to be a part of the equation at all anymore. The victim mentality can be taken off just as easily as it was put on. At any point, you can flex that decision muscle and say yes to yourself. It's amazing what happens when that happens. A whole new you comes out. It's the cocoon breaks open and there's a beautiful butterfly. I mean, you've seen that all before, and I'm not kidding you when I say that this is available to you. I wouldn't lie to you. I wouldn't lie to you. I have been the victim of all of this stuff as well. And even as a nutritionist, even as somebody who's written books, even as somebody who's counseled people, I fret and worry and give away my power to just about anybody who wanted it, because I didn't understand that the power within me was the strongest thing that I owned. And it's the strongest thing that you own. Okay? It is the strongest thing that you own. And when you understand that, and when you pick it up and you run with it, you become invincible. You go up and down sometimes, and sometimes you doubt yourself, and sometimes you fall apart a little bit. But let me ask you, is this the way you want to live, or do you want to just give it up to everybody else? What are you really hungry for? Are you hungry for just a bunch of garbage food that's not going to do anything? It's going to be yum for a minute and put you right back onto the carousel of crazy, up and down and up and down again? Or are you willing to say, you know what, I am going to work out a methodology for myself that's going to work, that's going to line up with who I am and help me get through all of this, and I'm going to keep pushing forward. I am not going to quit on myself. When we can start keeping the promises that we've made to ourselves, we get in alignment. When we start keeping those promises, we start feeling better about ourselves. Our integrity all lines up. And you know what else? We recognize and we see ourselves in a whole new light. We're not living in guilt and shame anymore. We're living in the power of a strong decision, and that decision is for ourselves. And you know what? I'm going to be perfectly honest with you right now. It can be a struggle at times. It can be hard, but there are tools. And just because it's hard doesn't mean it's time to give up. It means it's time to push on even harder. It's time to reach out to our friends and our community. And it's time to say no to the things that have held us back and kept us on the sidelines of our lives. Because that's the truth. That's what happens when we're obsessed with the way we look, when we're obsessed with our diet, our weight, and all of those things, and we look at ourselves every day and saying hateful things about ourselves. It doesn't work that way. It's exhausting, isn't it? Aren't you tired of it? I'm so tired of it. I don't want to be thinking about my weight anymore. I want to be thinking about my life. I want to be thinking about my family and my friends and my mission in life and the things that I do that I do well, and the things that I don't do well that I could do better. I want to live excellently. And excellence requires a mindset that's a change from quitting on yourself. The more you quit, the more you're just going to end in despair. Despair. And why would we choose despair? Why not instead say, okay, this is hard. Yeah, this is a bit of a struggle, but I'm not giving up on myself. You can give in, you can give up, or you can give it everything you've got. There's your choices. How about that? How about giving everything you've got? And I'll tell you what this is. Giving it everything that you have means that you're going to live in the front part of your brain. It's instead of automatic pilot, instead of just sitting there and just numbingly throwing things down in your face and watching Netflix endlessly and playing on your phone and doing all the other things that we do to numb ourselves from this life. We participate. We play full out. We are actively involved. We plan for our lives. We look for encouragement. We look for somebody who's going to say, hey, you've got this. You can do it. And then we believe in it. And when we're weak and we're falling apart, we don't just go weak and fall apart. We reach out. We say, hey, I'm having a hard time. It just happened today in the sprint. There was a great big post of a gal who said, I'm struggling. I'm having a hard time. And what happened? You know, by the time I got there, 13 comments of people supporting, encouraging, and helping this woman out. I was so proud. My heart was bursting with pride. We can do this for each other. We don't have to fall down that hole that takes us to the very end of ourselves. Right? Catherine says, mouth entertainment has been life-changing words for me. That's right. Because that's what snacking is. It is mouth entertainment. Nobody needs a snack. Maybe a little child, but not you. You're a big girl. You don't need snacks. You need an emergency something in your purse that makes sense, you know, like a meat stick or 10 almonds or something, just in case you get, you know, tied up or on the road and you're just absolutely starving. But do you need snacks? What are snack foods? Tell me what snack foods are. They are no nothings in crunchy wrappers, and you eat out of the bag. You have no idea how many you're eating, and then the next thing you know, you wake up with crumbs all down your front, and you've watched, you know, 15 episodes of your whatever you're watching on Netflix, and you go to bed and you think, oh man, I shouldn't have done that. Oh, I wish I hadn't have done that. You know, this is part of that carousel of crazy, and that carousel of crazy will keep you there for life if you let it. But you have a decision to make, and your decision-making machinery is right up here, and it's up to you. I can't do it for you. I cannot do it for you. But what I can tell you is this, that if you make that decision, and the more you flex that decision muscle, and you make that decision to do something for yourself because you love yourself that much, and you stop saying those hateful things, you reach out to the people who are part of your community. And if you're not a part of the sprint, ladies, you're missing the boat. You are missing the boat. It's an easy thing to do. It is a free thing to do. And you are going to get a community that will hold you up. We can't do this alone. You know, we're pack animals. We're tribal. We need our people. Have you tried doing this alone? How well has it worked out for you? Do you feel alone and in distress, and then you have this whole conversation going in your head until you finally cave, and it's just like, you know, here's another glass of wine, here's some more chips, here's whatever, what am I watching, and let me play another game on my phone. It's exhausting. And for a minute, it feels good, doesn't it? Because we feed that addictive part of our brain. And for a minute, it does feel good. But then we are filled with remorse and guilt and regret, and we wish, and we compare ourselves, and it's this, and it's that, and it's this, and it's that, and it's that same old thing. It doesn't stop. The carousel of crazy doesn't stop. There is no off switch. You have to get off of it. You have to pull the plug. You have to kick it down the cliff and light it on fire. And the way you do that is by flexing your decision muscle. That decision muscle is yours and yours alone. Understand your power. It's within you. Understand and align yourself with it. Don't give it away. I shared the story of how I gave my power away to a bag of M&Ms sitting on my car seat. I ate those M&Ms, peanut M&Ms, by the way. I ate them and I ate them and I ate them, huge bag, until the top of my mouth, the roof of my mouth was raw and bleeding. I couldn't even taste them anymore, but I kept eating them. That's binge eating right there. That's sugar addiction right there. That's what it looks like. We do shameful things. We do things in secret that we don't want anybody to know about it, and we keep doing it. And why are we doing this? Why do we do this? We do it because there's something inside of us that says, I'm not enough. There's something inside of us that says, I'm not worthy of better. There's something inside of us that's just avoiding whatever it is that we need to confront, whatever past pain, whatever past fill in the blank. And we're instead going for easy. We're instead defaulting to something that we know, for just a minute anyway, is going to make us feel better. But it never lasts, does it? It doesn't last. It doesn't last, and we keep doing it even to our detriment, even to the point of having cuts on the roof of our mouths, even to the point of hiding food all over the house so that nobody can see it. And I'm going to talk about that way more, when we talk about binge eating. I know about this. I know about eating till past Thanksgiving full and laying on the couch and feeling like, I just swallowed an elephant. I know what that feels like, you guys. I have been in those shoes and I'm recovering from all of that. And it's a constant thing. It's you have to think about it. It's like if you were an alcoholic and you're in a 12-step program, it's part of your thinking. It's part of what you do. It's no longer just a reflex of like, I got to make myself feel better. And this is what it is to finally see that your power is within you and that you have the ability, you have the decision-making strength to change your mind. Because the choices that we make are based on our belief system. And when we believe less about ourselves than we need to, we make bad decisions. And when we see ourselves in a whole new light, even as weak as we might be at that moment, and we understand we have the tools and we have the ability to change it up, everything changes. We do that in the sprint. I know it sounds kind of weird and strange, but you know what the thing is? You are in control. Even when you say, I'm out of control, no, you're not. You're in control. Don't give your power away like that. Don't make these statements that say, I'm out of control. You're not. You are in control. You have the power. You're not pitiful. You are not powerless. You are a grown woman. You're a grown woman with a deciding factor in your brain that will let you make the right choice. It will. Hard? Sometimes it is. Easy? Sometimes it is, and sometimes it isn't. But here's the point. When you give up on yourself, you're giving away your power. You're throwing it out the window. You're saying you're not worth it. And I'm here to tell you that you are worth it. You're worth it. You are worth every single tiny or large struggle that you have. You are worth it. And when you understand that you're worth it, you understand that you are a child of God. You're here on purpose. And maybe you haven't found it yet, but who cares? I promise you that the more you dig into this stuff, the more you're going to find what your purpose is, and you're going to see yourself in a whole new light. And that's so important because it's not just about a muffin top. It's not. It's where it starts, maybe. We all want to look better. We want to wear the cute jeans. It's not just about that. It's about a discovery of who you are, who you really are. Not all that fake stuff that you've been shoved down your throat, not your sad childhood, not, food addictions and struggle buses and all the other stuff. It's not that. That's not who you are. Who you are is inside of you. And get to know her. Get to know that woman. She's amazing. She's incredible. And she was put here on this planet on purpose by God himself. And if that's not enough for you, then nothing's enough for you. That needs to be enough for right now. That's your starting place. That's your starting place, because you're so worth every single effort. You are worth it. And you have people all around you who will hold you up, who will support you and encourage you and bring you into your best self. We do that every single day. Do you know how exciting that is? You'll discover a little bit more about yourself. It is a chipping away process. I've shared with you before how Michelangelo had this big old slab of marble that 3 other artists had said, no, I don't want that. They couldn't see beyond anything. They couldn't see, what am I going to do with this big piece of marble? Well, Michelangelo saw something in that marble, and he made David, the masterpiece, out of that marble. And it took him forever. I think it was like 7 years. Chip, 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 chip. Chisel, chisel, chisel. He sculpted a masterpiece. That's for you. It's time for you to start sculpting your masterpiece of your life. Because when you have start sculpting what your life, what you want it to look like, what is in the vision that's inside of your head, just like Michelangelo with David, just like him. When you start to take that seriously and you look and you see there's a masterpiece hiding inside of me, it's time for you to bring that out. And do you know what happens? I believe that the angels in heaven dance. I do. I believe they say, oh my gosh, she finally sees it. She sees what we see. Think about that. Embrace that and hold it close to you. And believe with all of your heart that God just does not create junk. He has created you here and put you here for a purpose. And it's more than just thinking, I'd like to look cute in my jeans. I wish I didn't have a muffin top. It's more than that. It's getting beyond that so that you can see who you really are. And inside of you is a beautiful self. You have your beautiful self. It's your heart, it's your soul, it's your intuition, it's your knowing. It's all there. And as you open yourself up to this and you start working through all the garbage, all the obstacles that have held you back, all that powerlessness and pitifulness and all that other garbage, and understand and see that that power is right there and it's for you, the whole world changes. Am I right? I've got ladies in here that I know who they are, and I know that they've seen it. Because Dolly Parton tells us, ladies, we cannot direct the wind, but we can adjust the sails. And oh my gosh, when we understand that and we harness that wind, life is beautiful. It's beautiful. Not perfect, nope, but it surely is excellent, isn't it? I love that. And that is what I have for you today, guys. That's been well on my heart. A couple of things. Don't forget about the sprint. Go sign up if you want the emails on a daily basis, savingdinner.com/sprint. Don't forget free shipping till the end of the month. Free shipping till the end of the month. Stock up today. Go get your stuff. You know, you want a sprint that's on steroids? Go get your stuff. It's right there. And don't forget, tomorrow is Q&A. Where are my questions, guys? Send them in. Send them to support@savingdinner.com if you've got a question about nutrition, you got a question about weight loss, you got a question about cooking. I can help you out. Anyway, that's what I have for you today. And I hope that you found that helpful. I hope it blessed you. And please share this with all of your friends. Share this with people that you know are on the same struggle bus as you are. We bring people in so that we can help and support. And with your help, that's how it's done. It is thank you, Kimberly Gray says, very powerful. It is a thing when you start to understand who you really are and you strip away all this stuff, because none of that is true. What's true about you is that you're beautiful. What's true about you is that you're God's own. And what's true about you is that you have the power and the ability to, at any point in this lifetime, to flex that decision muscle and make a different path. Promise me you'll do that. Promise me. And promise me you'll share this as well. I really appreciate you guys. And I love you all. You know, you've brought a lot out in my own journey, and you've really helped me in my own journey as well. It's a give to take, guys. as much as I give to you, you give so much back to me, and I really appreciate that. Okay? I just want you to know that. So, thank you again, and I will see you on the other side. Peace.